Hey guys, it's me coming to you live from my state-of-the-art recording studio. Well, live to me. Obviously, this is a recording that you would be watching. And by recording studio, this is my 2004 Honda Civic. But I'm here, and I feel kind of bad. So anyone who's followed me for really any amount of time knows that it sort of goes in cycles where I'll be like, hey guys, I promise I'm making content, and then I'm going to give you guys some content, and then I have a mental breakdown. It happens a few times a year, and when it does, usually part of that is me destroying a lot of the things I've made. I'm trying to get really better at that. So, like, for example, I do most of my writing in composition books. I really like writing in a composition book. Those notebooks that you have in middle school and high school that have like the black and white marbling pattern on the outside. I really like those. There's no like special reason or advantage if you're looking for like a tip as a writer. The comp book is not something that is like, it would never be advice, right? There's no like nothing inherently better about writing in a comp book. I just really like them. I like comp books. So with the comp book, I would write everything in a comp book, and then some of you familiar with some of the mental struggles that I've had in the past few years know that it's not too long ago I took all of my comp books that I was supposed to be typing up for the Touchbone project, and instead of typing any of it, I put them in a pit in my yard and I set them all on fire. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to share with the world my art and my writing and the things that I make, and I really love drawing, and I love I love writing, and I make digital art. I really like that too, even if I don't do it a whole lot. I don't have the equipment to really make it a thing that I do very often, but I do enjoy it. But this was because of the pandemic, and I know a lot of people got like a huge burst of creative energy when everyone started being told to stay home. The problem was I did not stay home for any of it. This has been really, really hard on me. And the thing is, I always try to stay kind of positive. I try to see the silver lining in things, and I try to keep things light. I try to make jokes and everything, but I gotta tell you, this is maybe the hardest 3 years of my life. I work for a school, as some of you know. I'm a teacher. I teach computers. But teaching computers is actually secondary to what I do there, because I'm actually part of the IT team. So when schools first shut down and all of the workers were told to stay home, and all of the teachers were told, hey, you're going to be teaching from home, I still had to go to work, because I had to make sure those teachers had equipment that would work on their home internet, and make sure they knew how to work the cameras and stuff that we had gotten, and had to make sure that the parents at home knew how to work the Wi-Fi hotspots that the school district had given out to the families with no internet, and make sure that we recorded which students had which pieces of technology from our school, and made sure that they had signed the paperwork saying they were responsible for them and would bring them back or pay to replace them. It was actually way more work than I have during the school year, which is more like teach the kindergartners how to use a computer, which, you know, has its own frustrations and challenges, but is pretty straightforward. And, you know, repairing Chromebooks, replacing broken keys and things like that. Like, that was all fairly simple stuff. But this was entirely uncharted territory that we had to do, like, overnight. And we're expected to be good at it. And that took a big toll. And then we were told by the union that we weren't even going to fight to delay the start of school. So what was being asked for was a delay of a couple of months, so that people could still stay home and kids could still stay home. And instead, they told us we would have 1 week. And the 1 week wasn't even for anyone's safety, re COVID. That 1 week was actually because the school board took so long to make the decision that they gave us an extra week, saying it wasn't fair that we have the decision that close to our start date. So they gave us an extra week to prepare for the first week of school. And then, you know, masks being made optional with all of the kids, let me tell you, they are gone all the time. And not in a way that's, like, helpful. Because the thing when you work in a low-income school is that it doesn't matter if COVID tests are free, and it doesn't matter if you made the COVID treatment free, because if the parent has to take off of work to get the kid a COVID test, that's a whole day, right? And then if it's a positive test, the parent has to find childcare for 10 days. And if they can't find childcare, they have to miss work for 10 days. And we don't live in an area where people have the kind of savings to do that. And they don't make the kind of money where that's feasible, you know? So there's a lot of kids that just come to school sick, don't get tested, and, you know, it's annoying to me who has to be there, but, like, I can't really blame them. That's the capitalist system that we're all living in, right? They don't have the option to stay home. And that's the thing that was so supremely frustrating to me during the height of the pandemic, when all of the chuckle fucks were saying that you needed to, you know, open everything back up, and that it should be up to you, and you should have the choice to stay home. Except, like, you don't have the choice to stay home, because if everything opens back up and you don't go to work, you fucking starve, or you get homeless at least. So yes, I have been a panicky, neurotic mess, and I've been trying to hold everything together. And, you know, some people would say it was a mistake to try and do a project like the Touchbone thing, where I, you know, gather all my art and try to convince people that it's worth their time and money. And you know, I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I would say it was maybe a really bad timing, because, you know, things went really south really fast, and I'm gonna be honest that I did not handle it well, but I'm back. So I am still, things are things fucking suck. Everything bad. But, you know, I'm still making stuff. And I still want to share it with everybody. And, you know, this is all really, really difficult. I understand, but you know what? It's difficult for all of us. And no one is going to look out for us. It's not going to happen. And I kind of wanted to say I told you so to all of the vote blue no matter who guys, but like, I don't even have the energy for that. Like, I knew things weren't really going to get better, and they haven't, but I can't even really be smug about it because just being alive is fucking exhausting right now. And if the world is going to be so exhausting, then I should still keep making stuff. And I should put it out into the world so hopefully other people can enjoy it too. Because if no one's looking out for us, and if things aren't going to get better, then to not do so is really just to quit. So anyway, I'm going to keep making stuff. I don't know how many videos I will do. My original plan when I started this was to do a video like twice a week. Obviously, the limitations of my recording equipment, being limited really to a phone in my car, that's not always, you know, super convenient. But also, I don't want to just push stuff out to you that isn't prepared, you know. And I'm doing a lot of writing lately that I'm making sure goes up on our Patreon, and I'm posting excerpts of it on the Facebook page. I want to keep doing that, and you know, I want to dedicate a lot of time and energy to writing, and even maybe some drawing. Not as much to the video stuff, because I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I've admitted it before. Like, I am not really good at this part of any kind of internet content. Really, I'm not really good at the internet content thing. Really, I don't think any of it. When I think about it, like, I'm not good at getting followers, and I'm not good at charging for my content, because really I just want everyone to have it. But you know, I need to justify the amount of time I spend on all this stuff, because I do need to pay bills and things, and you know, I'm not able to do that right now, for fuck's sake. I'm behind on the rent and the car payment, and insurance is paid for now. So yeah, it's I'm not very good at a lot of this stuff, but I am enthusiastic and I am hopeful. So I hope you guys continue to join me. I'll make sure that the Patreon and Facebook pages have a link down in the description of the video. So if you wanted to check any of that stuff out, you could. You know, I'm not going to make demands of you, though. But if you want to, go ahead. I think you might like it. And then if you want to share this with your friends, or just share knowledge of the project, if you think this video would be weird to show them, because they don't have any context for any of the stuff I'm talking about. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of the YouTube things. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.